So yesterday ended up being a really lovely day. After I had my shocking appointment in the morning, I went and saw my grandparents, and that was really lovely. And then the day turned into a fabulously beautiful day. This morning it's overcast and I'm doing my obligation again and going to the job network. And it really struck me this morning how kind of really crap it is that the job network doesn't cater for anyone who doesn't work 9 till 5. And when I said to them I had worked night shift for over 7 months, so I'm used to being awake late at night and getting up early in the morning is difficult for me, they said to me, "You're unemployed now. You have to be able to get up and be somewhere by 9 o'clock in the morning because most jobs start at 9 o'clock in the morning." And I was thinking to myself, that's not actually true for me. Most of my jobs are still at night, being film and TV and things like that. Like, for example, Saturday night I've got to go to an event. Sunday night I'm going to another event. And I'm like, most of the things that I want to do are still at night. And I just realised how wrong it is in our society, in today's society, that there is only this 9 to 5 mentality with agencies that are helping you find work. For example, when they went around the table, everyone was looking for labouring jobs and hospitality jobs and all these, jobs that you can just walk in and go, "Hey, I need a job. Have you got any vacancies?" And then it got to me and they said, "What do you want to do?" And I said, "I want to work in film and TV." "Oh, and what have you done so far? What have you," they just looked at me as if I had plucked out this idea out of I'm going to try for something really difficult that, is not 9 to 5, is not full-time necessarily, is not, just not your average job. And I kind of thought to myself, why do I have to go to this ridiculous thing? They can't give me an afternoon session. They can't facilitate anything in a way that would be suitable to me, and yet I have to conform to what they're doing or I get in trouble. And I think that's wrong. There will be a time where there is no such thing as just 9 to 5 jobs. It's already happening. There's so many people who work afternoon and night shift because there's not daytime shift jobs, and yet the agencies that are helping you find jobs only work 9 to 5, only do stuff that is lowbrow type work, what I call lowbrow. In other words, you need to physically use your body to create your money, and I can't work like that. I used to be very physically strong, and I've worked these jobs where you have to use your body, and my body isn't happy to do that anymore. And I think I've evolved from that. And if you're a musician or a filmmaker, if you want to do commercials or TV or any of that sort of thing, none of that is 9 to 5. In fact, a lot of it is a 12-hour day, and yet these Centrelink organisations, like the organisation Centrelink send you to, which are the job networks, have no concept of that. They don't understand that when the work is there, you work like a dog, because you want to do it, because you love it, and it's what what brings you alive. And yet a job where you go and pack boxes all day, for some people that is that is what is good for them. But if that's not what's good for you, they don't cater for that. And I was just sitting here thinking how ironic that is. When is the society things that help you get work going to wake up to the fact that 9 to 5 is not the only option? 9 to 5 is in fact a very small option, and there is almost no full-time work in that option. There you go, my sunnies again. And I think it's time that they woke up and went, hey, there is another way of doing business. If it wasn't for the fact that it would bore the absolute shit out of me, I would try and start my own job network type system, so that you could go in the afternoon, go at night. Because ultimately there are a lot of people who are working now who work afternoon and nights, and who can't, for them to go to work in the afternoon, then go to a job network after work or whatever, if they're working part-time or casual, to get assistance would be really good. But is there any? I don't think so. And if there is one, let me know, because I want to transfer there, because they understand the concept of the fact that it is now possible to work any time of the day or night in any type of career. That's why there is so much shift work out there. So I'm off to do my duty this morning, and basically to give them the shits, because they're not going to be able to help me. They're not going to be able to do anything more than I do for myself, and if they are, that would be great. I think the only thing that they could probably do for me is if they have access to funding to get me some training in the bits that I'm missing, like photo editing and video editing. They're probably some of the things that I would like to do, or to get me somehow connected to someone who would help me learn how to do studio photography, because I know there's something you've got to know to be able to do studio photography, and I don't know it at the moment. I have a concept and I have an idea, but I don't. So if they can do that, that would be great. But pretty much everything else they're going to try and send me to. I have an admin background and I have customer service background, and there's plenty of jobs going for that, but they don't allow any flexibility for me to move into the area that I want to go into, and they bore the shit out of me. So I will go, and if it's a part-time or a casual job, I'll do good. If it's a full-time job, sitting behind a desk in an office doing nothing of what I like to do, then I'm just going to stuff the interview, because you're not going to stay there, you're not going to stick it out, and it's ridiculous for them to think that you're going to just go and do anything. Anyway, that's my rant for today, because I'm on the way to something I don't want to do because I have to. And ironically, in saying that, I've had so many offers to do writing lately. I've now become a Melbourne's Pulse writer, which is kind of cool. And I also had a wedding people contact me about doing wedding writing, so that's interesting. There's a few things that have come up recently about writing, and I hadn't ever thought of being a writer, but I'm going to give it a go and see what happens, because you never know your luck in the big city. It could just be part of the stepping stones of what I'm doing and trying to achieve. So, and let's face it, if I want to do my own feature film and commercials and things like that, eventually I will need to learn to write, because I need to give my actors something to say. And yeah, anyway, I'm going to go and do my duty, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.